Right now at noon, the odds of winning a sports wager win favor in the Missouri House.
And live from Neosho Junior High School, I am at the Show Me Expo. I'll tell you about what's going on here as well as our forecast when we come back.
And President Biden orders airstrikes on terrorist groups in Syria.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
As the rains continue in parts of the 4 states, flooding creates dangerous driving conditions and at least 1 death in southwest Missouri. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Topping our first 7 minutes, first responders respond to several water rescues overnight. In Wright County east of Springfield, fast-moving waters around midnight swept a vehicle with 6 young adults off the roadway at a low water crossing. 4 of the 6 were able to get to safety. The body of 1 was located and the search is still underway for the remaining missing person. A couple of hours later in Berry County, fire crews responded to a driver trapped in a vehicle stuck in flooded waters. The recently formed countywide Swift Water Team responded alongside the Missouri Department of Conservation and the Berry County Sheriff. Then at 3:20 a.m., first responders rescued a man from the top of his vehicle stranded in waters near Stella, Missouri. Well, the Show Me Business Expo is underway in Neosho, Missouri, and we sent our very own meteorologist Sam Lane to the Neosho Junior High where the fun is at.
All right. Thank you very much, Tanya. Yeah, we're here in Neosho at the Show Me Expo at the Neosho Junior High School, and they're getting set up with their booths to show their products and wares and all kinds of information for folks here. And so it's going to be an exciting time. We're going to have more information on that a little bit later in the show. But right now, let's take a look at the rainfall that we had overnight across the area that caused all the flooding and unfortunately those fatalities and casualties over in the Springfield area. 7 inches of rainfall down in southern Berry County near Cassville, almost 5 inches in Pineville in McDonald County, and almost 5 inches there in Jay in Delaware County. In the Joplin metro area, we had about 1.5 inches across most of the area, but notice up to the north and west, hardly any precipitation at all. We still have flash flood advisories and warnings in effect for our area right now. A warning is in effect until 3:30 this afternoon for Berry County, 5:30 for Benton County, and also down in Delaware County. And then the flood watch continues until Saturday at 1 a.m. for southwestern Missouri. You can see in the last hour or so, the rain is starting to move away from us. We do have still some showers down in Benton County and also some sprinkles and light showers out across the Independence area. So we're going to be dealing with the showers for a little bit longer, but then as we go through the afternoon, the rain is going to start to disappear and move out of our region. You can see the heavier rain now moving out of Benton County off towards the east. Rain chances are going to start to decrease as we go through the afternoon and evening hours. And looking down the lane, we're not done with the rain yet, but we do get a little bit of a break on Saturday and then showers on Sunday and more rain on Thursday. And I'll tell you all about it when we come back.
All right. Well, the Missouri House passes a bill to legalize sports betting in the state. The bill would tax sports bets at 10%, with those tax revenues funding public education. It now heads to the Senate. In recent years, bills to allow sports betting have failed to make it to the governor's desk. A total of 33 states, including Kansas, now offer at least some form of sports wagering. Well, a series of attacks on American forces in Syria is ratcheting up tension in the region, but it could also ratchet up tensions between the U.S. and Iran. Nicole Skanga has the latest details from the White House.
President Biden took time during his trip to Canada to order an airstrike on terrorist groups in Syria. These images are believed to be the aftermath of the U.S. strike in eastern Syria, which reportedly targeted a warehouse, munitions factory, and intelligence site. The move was in retaliation for a drone strike Thursday that killed a U.S. contractor and wounded 5 American service members.
The president took a very swift action, as you saw last night, to retaliate against that strike, and we also hit a facility not far away that we know is being operated by the IRGC, the Quds Force in Iran.
U.S. officials confirmed there was a second attack on a U.S. base Friday, this time in eastern Syria, not far from the Iraqi border. They say the attack involved lots of rockets, but there were no American casualties.
American officials say the Syrian groups that carried out the attack were affiliated with Iran's Revolutionary Guard, and the drone used in the attack was made in Iran.
We certainly don't seek a war or a conflict with Iran. That's not the goal. We're there to go after ISIS, but we have to do what we have to do to protect our people and our facilities, and that's the decision-making that the president made last night.
The U.S. Central Command, which oversees military operations in the area, said, "We are postured for scalable options in the face of any additional Iranian attacks." Syria remains locked in a civil war which has been going on for the last 12 years. Iran is one of the few countries supporting the Syrian government. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, the White House.
Russia is Syria's biggest ally. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad just wrapped up a trip to Moscow last week where he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at Noon, how you can walk in the footsteps of Britain's new king. But first, you'll have to lose your loafers. And later, we're making easy butter chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. After Britain's King Charles is crowned in May, visitors to Westminster Abbey will be allowed to walk in his footsteps as long as they take off their shoes. Plans for barefoot tours are in the works, as CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
Losing your loafers is the first step toward treading on a treasured path usually reserved for royals.
It's such a rare opportunity. Nobody apart from the clergy go up to this space.
The medieval mosaic floor inside London's Westminster Abbey is where British monarchs have been crowned for centuries. And after the coronation of King Charles in May, the hallowed ground will welcome visitors in their socks to protect the pavement.
It's going to be just a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The intricate artwork is filled with 80,000 pieces of marble, stone, glass, and metal.
So nowhere else in the world do we have a pavement like this, where you see the collaboration of Italian craftsmen and British masons as well. So it's incredible.
Henry III commissioned it way back in the 13th century, and time has taken its toll. It was in such bad shape, the famous floor had to be covered with carpet for Queen Elizabeth's coronation back in 1953, and her father's too. But it's now been restored to its former glory.
For the first time in kind of known history, this pavement will be on view and used for a coronation.
1 week after King Charles is crowned, the crowning moment will come for visitors. 10 at a time, they'll shuffle along in their socks and revel in a new chapter of royal history. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
The rare royal tours will run for 11 weeks after the king's coronation, and officials at Westminster Abbey say tickets are already sold out. Still to come on the KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
Today, we're wrapping up our week of international food favorites with a dish that's off the charts good. So grab a fork and join us.
And we are live in Neosho at the junior high school for the Show Me Expo. I'll tell you all about that and our forecast when we come back. All right, we are in Neosho at the Neosho Junior High School, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing the hat, 2 reasons. One, to keep the rain off my head, and also because it's a theme, and I have here with me Ashley Seiler of the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce. Why am I wearing a cowboy hat, Ashley?
We are in costume here at the Neosho Junior High. We are getting ready to kick off this afternoon our Neosho Business Expo. It's one of the area's largest expos, and our theme this year is 4 States Most Wanted.
Ah, does that include me?
That includes you. So, we are, as you walk around, you see a lot of people are already setting their booths up. And, the theme this year, they're going from Wild Wild West to cowboys, and all of the things in between.
And how many vendors are here at this particular expo this year?
We have a little over 70 vendors, who are going to be set up here at the Neosho Junior High, for this expo. So it's a really great opportunity for the community to come out and maybe get to know a little bit more about businesses that they don't know what services they offer, or there's some nonprofits set up as well. And so just to learn a little bit more about the businesses in our area.
Tell us about the hours and the dates that people can come out and enjoy the expo.
Absolutely. So we kick it off today. We are going to have a business after hours. So if you're in the business community, you don't have to be a member of the Neosho Area Chamber. Anybody can come out in the business community between 4 and 6 tonight for business after hours. You have free admission with your business card. And then we open to the public tonight at 6 o'clock. So we'll be open from 6 to 8. And then tomorrow on Saturday, we'll be open from 10 to 2.
All right. Well, there you have it. That is the Neosho Show Me Expo here at the junior high school in Neosho. And we've been dealing with a lot of rainfall, but don't let the rain keep you away. We've been looking at flooding down in southern parts of our viewing area. Let's take a look at that. And this is right now, we're looking at the creek, the Flat Creek. And we're looking at conditions starting to improve just a little bit, but we are seeing the floodwater starting to recede in some places, but going up in others. And let's take a look at that right now. And we can see that at Flat Creek Creek in Jenkins, it's starting to crest right now, and it was very close to the record of 26 feet. Right now, it's at 23.32, and it's starting to drop just a little bit. So that's pretty good news. Big Sugar Creek is already starting to drop. It's still at moderate flood stage at a little over 15 feet right now. And also, we're starting to see Little Sugar Creek at Pineville starting to crest right now at 17.63, which is a moderate flood. And then the Elk River is still going to crest a little bit later at around 21.7 feet. And then start to die off a little bit after that. The Illinois River is still climbing and is expected to crest at 17 feet as we move into the early morning hours tomorrow. Radar right now still showing some showers off towards the south and east in southeastern Benton County. We also have a few scattered showers out to our west, but it doesn't look like a major system at this point in time. We're going to start to dry out or get drier as we go through the evening hours. Right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 40s with northeasterly winds, and we're about 10 to 12 degrees cooler now than we were 24 hours ago, but we're already seeing warmer temperatures up towards the north and west in places like Yates Center. Dew points are also on the way down, and when you go outside, it feels like it's in the 30s up towards the north, 40s down to the south. Right now in Joplin on the MoDOT cam at 20th and Rangeline, we're looking at traffic moving along pretty nicely, 46 degrees, east wind at 13. It feels like 40 out there with a humidity of 89%. In Pittsburgh, the flag is flying out of the east with conditions looking pretty cloudy right now, 46 degrees, east wind at 11, and it feels like 40 degrees. Let's take a look at the severe risk. That's going to be down to the south and east. Big tornadoes in eastern Arkansas and Mississippi and Louisiana later today, but not for our area. That is good news. Rain chances are going to start to decrease as we go through the afternoon and evening hours, and will be pretty low all the way through tomorrow. Rainfall forecast for the next 24 hours are going to be on the lighter side. Could still pick up another half inch down in Cassville and about the same down in Bentonville. Lighter amounts with those scattered showers off towards the west. Temperatures this afternoon are going to be in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. The storm system is going to be moving away with temperatures in the 30s by tonight, and then tomorrow partly cloudy skies with highs in the 50s. And then as we go through Saturday night into Sunday morning, we'll see lows once again in the 30s with northwesterly winds. Sunday afternoon, partly cloudy with highs in the 50s, but notice out to the west, more showers starting to move in. Those will move in late Sunday night into early Monday morning, getting quite chilly up to the north, near freezing on Monday morning. Let's take a look at the next 7 days. Rain today ending, and then more showers on Sunday into Monday, and then another chance of rain on Thursday. And then looks like some showers on Friday morning, and then nicer for the following weekend. So that's a look at the forecast. Hope you have a chance to come down and enjoy the Show Me Expo here at Neosho at the junior high school. And we will have more a little bit later.
I wonder if they have an extra 10-gallon hat that we can use to catch some rain.
Yeah, I could turn it upside down and measure the rain just like this.
All right, well, you have fun out there. Stick around. We're making easy butter chicken after the break. Well, today we wrap up our international food tour in India. Howard shows us how to make easy butter chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
What a week we've had sharing our international food favorites with you. Today, we're making a dish that I recently fell in love with. It's called buttered chicken. It's an Indian-inspired dish with a creamy sauce that's comfort at its best. Let me show you what's in it. With a name like buttered chicken, it only makes sense that we start by melting some butter in a skillet. To that, we add a chopped onion, and after a bit, we add some garlic and let it cook for a while. Then we melt more butter in a large pot. Now we add some tomato sauce, along with some heavy cream, turmeric, salt, ground red pepper, and a bit of something called garam masala. In case you're not familiar with garam masala, it's a spice blend that we can find in most grocery stores. After our sauce simmers for a bit, we'll add our onions and some chunked up chicken that we've roasted in the oven. Once all the flavors come together, serve this over some cooked rice and you're good to go. And after your first forkful, I have a pretty good feeling you're gonna be hooked. The recipe for our easy butter chicken is online now, along with all of this week's international food favorites. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. I hope you've had as much fun as we did discovering new foods from around the world. Every one of them will have you saying, ooh, it's so good.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our 4-state market prices.
Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon. I'm in Neosho at the Show Me Expo, and I have here with me Wayne Ray, who's with Westco Furnishings. And Wayne, you were telling me that you've been a part of this for several years?
Yeah. I already say I've actually been here for done 3 here at the expo, and I've actually been in Neosho for about 7 myself. And
you also were telling me that you're actually giving away this recliner over this expo. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to end up doing a raffle for a recliner. It's going to be a home stretch recliner, very well built, very nice recliner.
All right, so that's what's going on here at the expo. Be sure to join us tonight at 5, where we'll have an update on the flooding situation down in McDonald County. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Sam. Well, what do we have coming up tonight at 5?
A lot at 5. For starters, diabetes is a significant public health concern, with millions unaware they even have the condition, which can lead to serious health problems. In Health Watch, find out what's best when it comes to screening. Plus, a recently condemned apartment complex has a new owner. We're going to hear what his plans are for the site. And of course, we'll have the latest on flooding and closed roads around the area. Hope you join us for those stories. A whole lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
Okay. Of course, we will have people out and about all day today checking on the flooding, and we'll have the latest updates with Doug
And people
tonight.
are going to be traveling, particularly in low-lying areas, and need to be aware that some areas had very heavy rainfall last night, and it could be treacherous out there.
And due to NCAA basketball tonight, we do have a 5 o'clock, but not a
5
6
o'clock,
o'clock
but
newscast.
no 6 o'clock, and also means that our late news, what would otherwise be our 10 o'clock news, will be somewhat later than usual, after 11 o'clock.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks for joining us for the KOAM News at Noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.